Hello, welcome to the New American Colleges University Virtual College Fair. I am Jessica, I'm your facilitator. I have a few housekeeping notes before we get started. Number one, your cameras and your microphones are off, so the presenters cannot see or hear you. If you want to ask a question, you should absolutely do it by using the Q&A section. Make sure you click that button and put your questions in there to any presenter anytime during this session. This is one of the many sessions happening during this college fair, so make sure you sign up for tomorrow's sessions. This session is being recorded and will be available along with other sessions at striveskin.com/NACU. Now I'd like to turn over to Michelle to give us a warm welcome.
Thank you so much, Jessica. And thank you to everyone for joining us today to learn more about campuses that are part of the New American Colleges and Universities. You might be wondering what all of them have in common. They all combine liberal arts, professional preparation, and civic engagement. But why are these three things important? Well, professional preparation is probably the easiest thing to explain, right? Many people go to college because they want to be prepared for a career. It's understandable. Students at NACU campuses connect the classroom to the real world through coursework, internships, and other methods. So they graduate with the skills and experience needed for their chosen professions. But the reality is the job market changes pretty rapidly sometimes. The most successful people are able to adapt to these changes if they have a strong foundation in skills such as reading, writing, and problem solving, critical thinking, things like that apply to many different jobs. And the liberal arts courses are the things that are going to help you build these skills. Lastly, civic engagement helps students achieve a sense of fulfillment by applying their skills to help others or to find solutions to issues in our world. But we all know that every campus is unique in its own way. So why don't we hear from a bunch of them now? And we'll go over to our friends at Chatham University to start.
Hi, folks. Good evening. I'm just going to screen share really quickly here. Okay. So good evening, folks. My name is Amanda Barwise, and I'm the Director of Undergraduate Admissions here at Chatham University. I want to start by placing Chatham geographically. You've got a lot of great colleges here represented tonight from all over the country. But to speak to Chatham, we are located in Western Pennsylvania in the heart of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, if you didn't know, was voted one of the 15 best college towns by by Best Colleges Reviews. So as you'll see in a little bit, our campus looks beautiful. It's very idyllic, lots of trees. It is an arboretum, and it was the former summer home of Andrew Mellon. So we've got lots of beautiful old buildings, but our placement in the heart of Pittsburgh really makes us ideal for students who want to be in the heart of the city and take advantage of all the great opportunities that are available in Pittsburgh, whether it's great restaurants and shops, all the way through to internships and volunteer opportunities. Chatham actually has 3 campuses that are located in and around Pittsburgh. Our first and oldest is our Shadyside campus, which is located in the Shadyside neighborhood of Pittsburgh. Our second is just a mile down the road, which is our East Side campus. Our East Side campus houses our health sciences program. And then our third campus and our newest campus is our Eden Hall campus. This is the most distinct of the other 2 campuses that we have, in that it's located about 40 minutes north of the city of Pittsburgh and houses our Falk School of Sustainability and Food Studies. Our Eden Hall campus, as you can see on the right here, has a farm, a garden, we have goats, we have beehives, and is a great opportunity for students to not only learn about sustainability in the classroom, but then take it outside of the classroom and see the real world implications for what they're studying. So we have 3 great campuses that students can take advantage of. And the nice thing is you don't have to worry about having a car. We have a shuttle that runs across all 3 campuses to get you to your classes or to get you to any of those extracurricular activities. To talk a little bit about our student population, we have about 2,400 students, including undergrad and graduate. While many of our students certainly come from Pennsylvania, we're really proud of that. Almost 30% of our students are out of state. And we have students who represent a range of identities, experiences, and backgrounds that we really believe fosters a great sense of community here at Chatham. To transition to academics, we have over 40 majors across our 3 major schools. So we have our School of Arts and Sciences, our School of Health Sciences, and then our School of Sustainability and Food Sciences that was housed up at Eden Hall campus. One of the things that we're always striving towards is balancing the value of a liberal arts education and trying to leverage that to help prepare our students for life beyond college. As my colleagues from NACU said at the beginning, we want to prepare our students to be able to transition effectively across a variety of careers and across a variety of jobs, because that's going to be your reality after you graduate from college. So we are constantly introducing new majors that we believe will help you prepare for a changing job market, for the changing needs of employers as you graduate from college. In addition to that, we're also really proud to offer these opportunities for students to accelerate their degree. We want to make sure that you're able to make the most of your time in college and really make the most bang for your buck, right? So we have a variety of what we call integrated degree programs that allow students to graduate with both a bachelor's and a master's degree in a condensed period of time. These run across our School of Health Sciences for everything from a Master's of Physician Assistant program all the way through to programs like our Master of Sustainability and Master of Fine Arts programs, because we really believe in the diversity of our programs and really giving you those opportunities to accelerate your learning. Lastly, I want to talk about opportunities outside of classes. So obviously with COVID, there's been a lot of uncertainty and not a lot of studying abroad, but under typical circumstances, many of our students will choose to spend some time away from Pittsburgh. They will choose to study abroad. And we actually believe in that so much. We pay students an additional $1,200 to study abroad and make sure that that is financially feasible to them. Outside of classes beyond that, many of our students are involved in athletics. You can see a list of our athletic programs here, but we also have a lot of great clubs and activities, from a cold case club to a Harry Potter club to a very popular ukulele club. Our students are really involved outside of the classroom and have opportunities to connect with other universities in our area, from the University of Pittsburgh to Duquesne University to Carnegie Mellon. Students have the opportunity to take classes at those other institutions as they are able to do with us, as well as partner for extracurricular activities. At this point, I want to encourage students to reach out with questions. Please, if there's anything more you'd like to learn about Chatham, drop it in the chat. We are welcoming applications right now. We are welcoming visitors both on campus and virtually. So if you'd like to learn more, I'm going to drop my information in the chat and you're welcome to reach out. Other than that, I'm going to turn it over to my next colleague to introduce their institution. Thank you guys so much.
All right, now I'll turn it over to Jen at Hamline University.
Thank you. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Amanda. I'm going to do the same here and share my screen. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jen Olson-Kringle, and I serve as the Director of Undergraduate Admission at Hamline University. Hamline University is located in St. Paul, Minnesota, in an urban neighborhood about halfway between downtown Minneapolis and downtown St. Paul. We're a private liberal arts university, and we enroll just under 2,000 students. And I'd like to tell you a little bit more about our students and the programs that we have to offer. Each year, we enroll a class of incoming first-year students, around 450 to 475 new students. And there you'll see our overall student body includes about 42% who identify as first in their family to attend a school and work for their bachelor's degree. And about 39% of our students identify as domestic students of color. As with all of the student schools that you're hearing about today, we are very focused on the academic experience and small class sizes that are really focused in discussion and not necessarily in lecture settings. This means that students will have strong connections with their faculty. You'll see there that the student to faculty ratio is about 13:1, where our professors really get to know their students and want to see them succeed and provide the opportunities that will help them get to the goals that they're striving for. We're a Division III school with 20 varsity athletic teams, and we compete with other small liberal arts colleges in Minnesota, in the Minnesota Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. We also offer a number of intramural and club sport options, as well as a number of fine arts and performance opportunities. There are 4 key values that I'd like to talk with you about today. Some are connected to what my colleague from NACU mentioned earlier. I'll give you a little bit more information about that, and then a little more information about some of our academic programs. So let's jump into the first one, and that's our commitment to social justice and civic responsibility. With our location in an urban setting of Minneapolis or Minnesota's capital city, we strive to prepare students to be engaged citizens in their communities. This includes engagement with our local communities, with opportunities for community service, advocacy, as well as voting. In 2018, in fact, Hamline had the overall highest voting rate at a private 4-year institution in the United States, and the overall highest undergraduate voting rate at a private 4-year institution. And just announced today as well, in terms of voting in the 2020 elections, 82% of our students who were eligible to vote did participate. And we learned that we received an award from the All In Democracy Student Challenge, which I'm sure a lot of our institutions are a part of. The Wesley Center for Spirituality Service and Social Justice is the center that provides the support and programming for this initiative, as well as many others. Second, we strive to be a diverse and inclusive learning environment. This work is supported and led by our president, Fannies Miller, our Office of Inclusive Excellence, and our Hedgeman Center for Student Diversity Initiatives and Programs. We believe that our success in this area depends on our efforts really to cultivate and practice inclusivity, embrace diversity, and uphold equity among our students, staff, and faculty, and as we think about what that means to reach into our surrounding communities. We are also supporting a holistic learning environment. Through our flexible curriculum, which is called the Hamline Plan, students explore courses across a wide variety of topics while learning the skills, knowledge, and abilities that we feel is really necessary to be involved in today's competitive job market. In addition, the small size allows for many opportunities for students to engage in collaborative research with faculty and with our student colleagues. Our summer research program provides students with lots of opportunities to engage in full-time research throughout the summer. Many of these opportunities offer a stipend, as well as the option to live on campus while they're doing the research. And finally, the idea of experiential learning and hands-on learning is really important to our students and to our faculty as well. All students are required to do some kind of experiential learning component while they're here at Hamline. That might be an internship, that might be study abroad, that might be student teaching. So there are lots of opportunities. Here is a quick look at our areas of study. Our students are diverse in their interests. We have over 50 different areas of study. Some of our more popular majors include business, biology, criminology and criminal justice, legal studies, education, and psychology. And finally, I wanted to just say a little bit about financial aid. Here you'll see our overall costs, our average financial aid award, and just know that over 90% of our students will receive some sort of Hamline gift aid, and we work with students to really, and families to really work through the costs of attending a college like Hamline. Here's a quick look also at our academic scholarships and other awards, and also note that standardized test scores are not required. With that, I encourage you all to let us know if you have any questions. Here's my contact information, and I hope this has been a helpful quick look at Hamline University. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. So next up, we have Virginia Wesleyan University.
Hello, everyone. Let me share. All right. So my name is Corey Jackson. I'm a freshman enrollment counselor at Virginia Wesleyan University, also a graduate of the class of 2020. So Virginia Wesleyan is Coastal Virginia's premier university of the liberal arts and sciences. We are located at the crossroads of Norfolk and Virginia Beach. So we're definitely a beach school, about 20 minutes from the oceanfront and 10 or 15 minutes from Chicks Beach, which is a smaller beach most of our students go to. This area is definitely a metropolis. There are approximately 1.7 million people here, which allows our students to have ample opportunity for internships, undergraduate research, or just getting involved in the community. We are situated on a 300-acre campus, which is patrolled 24/7 by our campus safety officers. We also have our gated entrance, which is the only way on and off of campus, where all of our students and faculty have to show their school ID in order to get onto campus. So you'd be pretty safe there. In terms of demographics, we have approximately 1,600 students, so we're a pretty small school. Of those 1,600 students, 43% come from underrepresented populations. So basically, we look like the real world. We were included in the top 30 most ethnically diverse liberal arts colleges in the country, which we're super proud of. Another number that I like to point out is that 75% of our students are residents living here on campus. And that number is so high because we offer 4 years of guaranteed housing. So once you get to your junior and senior year, you don't have to worry about where you're going to be living. So why VWU? We offer 39 majors, 31 minors, and actually 19 pre-professional programs for our students. Something unique about Virginia Wesleyan is that we offer 4 credit classes as opposed to the traditional 3. So our students are still getting the 3 hours of class time every week, and that additional 4th credit hour is coming from any outside work you're doing, such as group projects, undergraduate research, or internships. We also have small class sizes. So the average class is around 13:1, so you really get an intimate learning setting. We also have no teaching assistants, and 90% of our faculty do hold the highest degree in their field. We also offer a 4-year graduation guarantee. So as long as you do what you're supposed to do as a student here, we guarantee you'll get out of here in 4 years. So our Batten Honors College is a selective enrollment process for students with a 3.5 GPA or higher and a 1300 on the SAT or 27 on the ACT. However, our Batten Honors College will be test optional for the fall 2022. We do admit 40 freshmen every year, 20 of which receive a full tuition scholarship. The other 20 receive a 2/3 tuition scholarship. There is a separate application process that does require an essay and letters of recommendation. So the Lighthouse is where students can go for any experiential learning they'd want to participate in. The Lighthouse focuses on career development, undergraduate research, and study away opportunities. Through career development, students can go to the Lighthouse to get help writing up a resume, cover letter, participate in mock interviews, find an internship. With undergraduate research, any student can do a research project on a topic of their choice, and they'll receive one-on-one help from one of our faculty members. And with our study away opportunities, any student can study away in a country of their choice. We've had students study away in Australia, Hawaii, Iceland, Amsterdam, Japan, literally everywhere. So if you're interested in studying away, it's definitely available for you at Virginia Wesleyan. So we are an NCAA Division III school, part of the Old Dominion Athletics Conference, and we have 22 men's and women's sports along with our new esports teams. All of our sports teams do offer open tryouts. So if you get to Virginia Wesleyan and you decide you want to play a sport, it is available for you. All of our sports teams also receive a team academic advisor. So our student athletes get an extra resource on top of their regular academic advisor. So our campus traditions are run by our student activities every year. On the left, you can see probably our most popular tradition, that's mud games. It's where the school brings in a bunch of mud. You do relay races, it gets messy, you can kiss your clothes goodbye, but it's always a lot of fun. Student activities also runs all of our Greek life. We do have 5 sororities and 4 fraternities for our students here on campus. Student activities also runs all of our clubs and organizations. The number of clubs we have every year usually fluctuates just because if you can't find the right club for you, you can start your own. All you need is 5 students, a faculty advisor, and you're good to go. Now we are a small private school, but we are affordable. That top price that you see there is our sticker price, and very few students pay this price. Every single one of our students does receive a merit scholarship ranging from $4,000 to $24,000, and your scholarship amount is going to be based on your GPA and your test scores. However, we will be test optional for the fall of 2022, but I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. We do offer a $1,000 visit grant. So for any student who completes an in-person or virtual visit with with us will receive that $1,000 in their financial aid package. We also offer a $1,000 FAFSA grant for including us on there. And since we're a private institution, all of our Virginia residents are eligible for the Virginia Tuition Assistance Grant, also known as the VTAG, which is $4,000 you'll get every year just for being a Virginia resident. And then lastly, we have our application process. Our application is online. However, we are not through the Common App. You can access it through our website. It's super easy. It'll take you about 10 to 15 minutes to fill out, and it's free and non-binding. So why not do it? We also are on rolling admissions, which means we have no hard deadlines. So technically you have up until a couple weeks before the fall semester starts to let us know you're coming. And lastly, we have our contact information. Please reach out to us, send us an email, give us a call, and let us know if you have any questions.
All right, thank you so much. So next up, we have California Lutheran University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sheldon. I'm one of the admission counselors at California Lutheran University. I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen real quick. Let's see. Perfect. So we are located in Thousand Oaks, California, which is halfway between Los Angeles and Santa Barbara. So we are located in Southern California, in the in the greater Los Angeles metro area. A little bit about the university in terms of numbers. We have about 2,800 undergraduate students. So we like to keep things really small. Average class size is about 17, with a student to faculty ratio of about 14:1. This is very important because every student will get a faculty advisor to guide you through your 4 years, making sure you're getting all the classes that you need, making sure that you are taking all the classes at the right time as well. For students who are coming in undeclared, your faculty advisor will help you with declaring your major and figuring out exactly what you want to do. Although Lutheran is our middle name, we have students coming from 41 faith and non-faith backgrounds, so we are pretty diverse there as well. About 28% of our students are first generation, the first in their families to go to college, and about 58% of our students come from underrepresented backgrounds. So our university is really big on diversity. We are even a Hispanic serving institution, meaning we enroll a certain amount of students who identify as Hispanic, and we have a lot of support systems available for students who are interested in our STEM majors as well as education. Last year, we enrolled about 35% of our student population who identify as Hispanic. Although we are in California, our students come from 36 different states and 58 countries. So our students come from all over the globe to be on our campus. We are about 25 minutes away from the ocean. Our closest beach is Malibu. So we have really nice places to hang out around the campus as well. Overall, 97% of our students either get a full-time job or in their field or go on to grad school within 9 months. So our students are very well prepared for life after Cal Lutheran. In terms of experiential learning, here are some ways that we're able to help our students take the learning they're learning in the classroom and applying them to real world situations. One of the main ways we do that is through study abroad. Our students have gone to over 80 different countries. Every year, the countries do change, and they're always creating new places for our students to go. We have traditional semester-long programs, 2-week travel seminars, summer programs as well. So the time commitment can vary for each student. What's really great about our study abroad opportunities is that all the classes that students will take in their study abroad experience will transfer back to Cal Lutheran, and all the billing is exactly the same as if students were living on campus. So students are only billed for Cal Lutheran tuition as well as on-campus housing. So we are very affordable for that as well. We also have scholarships available to help cover other expenses like flights to get to your study abroad opportunity and things like that. Last year, over 500 students have done some type of internship. Because we're located in Southern California, we have a little bit of everything. So for students who want to get into the tech field or in the entertainment industry, Southern California is a really great way for students to get those hands-on opportunities. Our career services will help find you different opportunities throughout the local area as well as nationally to find something that truly is the right fit for you. We also, our career services will also help you find different opportunities in different formats, such as in-person and virtual, depending on your comfort level. What's really great about our career services is they'll also help you with your resume writing as well as your interview skills. So when you are applying to these internship opportunities, you will definitely be very competitive in those as well. And our career services are good for life. So when students graduate from Cal Lutheran, they can always come back and get additional help as well. And although we are a liberal arts university, research is a really big part of the Cal Lutheran experience. We have great opportunities for our students who don't have to compete with graduate students or doctoral students. We have lots of research space available for all students. Our Office of Undergraduate Research will help you through the process to see if your research is feasible. They'll also connect you with our professors to make sure that you will get the right research for what you're interested in. In terms of our housing, we do guarantee housing all 4 years while at Cal Lutheran, so students don't have to worry about where they're going to stay. Even if you're coming from down the street or coming from across the country, we guarantee that housing. All of our res halls are suite style, so 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, and a common area is all shared by 4 students, so no communal bathrooms in any of our residence halls. We also have air conditioning, heating, Wi-Fi, cable, and free laundry for all of our residents as well. Because of all of our amenities, we are ranked the 12th best in California in terms of housing, so we're really proud of that statistic. Every student who lives on campus is given a meal plan. They can use that at Almond Commons, which is an all-you-care-to-eat style eatery. We have the Habit Grill, which is a local California fast food burger joint. We also have the largest Starbucks in Ventura County and a Jamba Juice as well. So we do have different options when it comes to dining. We also guarantee free parking for all students. So whether you are living on campus or commuting, we do provide free parking, which is very rare in the Southern California area. In terms of our application requirements, we are on the Common App, so it allows students to apply to over 600 schools, all with one application. To complete your application, we require at least your official transcripts and at least 1 live recommendation. The live recommendation can come from teachers, teachers, coaches, and others that are not part of your family. We do have 2 deadlines, November 1st and January 1st as well. If you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to our office and we'll be more than happy to help. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much. Next up is Linfield University.
Alrighty, how's everybody doing today? My name is Maya and I'm an admissions counselor at Linfield University. We're in Oregon, a small liberal arts college, about 1,500 students. A few things to note is we're very well centrally located. We're about an hour from the city, about an hour from the coast. So there's kind of a lot to do in the small town of McMinnville. It's about 33,000 residents. So it's kind of nice to have those things that are pretty close by. The population at the McMinnville campus is about 1,400 students, 11-to-1 student faculty ratio, and about average class size of 14. And 82% of our classes have fewer than 22 students. So the McMinnville campus is home to both the College of Arts and Sciences and our School of Business. Our College of Arts and Sciences have more than 40 majors and 40 minors, including some of the more popular ones that are listed here. In the School of Business, those are the ones that are listed there are some of the more popular ones. One of the more interesting ones is the Wine Studies program. It's one of the programs that was pretty special to Linfield. McMinnville's in the heart of wine country in Oregon. So if you're interested in business and really into wine, this is a great opportunity to continue that venture. And that program is actually a program which we do 3 years in McMinnville, and then you would do 2 years in France and wine country over there. So it's a great opportunity if you're really into business. But if you don't know what it is that you want to do, students have until the end of their sophomore year to declare a major. So you really have a lot of time to kind of figure out what it is that you want to do. We have another campus in Northeast Portland. It's a new 20-acre campus. It's home to our School of Nursing. It's the oldest nursing program in the Pacific Northwest. And they just moved to their new campus this last spring. So there's tons of new spaces, new lab spaces, new classroom spaces, and things like that in order to help work with the amount of students. About 350 students are enrolled at that campus. And then students who do complete all 4 years at Linfield are never in a competitive applicant pool for the nursing program. The first 2 years, you'll do your prereqs at the Minville campus, and then the final 2 years, you'll be doing the rest of your schooling in Portland. So no need to have to compete for those spots in the Portland campus. We didn't admit any transfer students in this last cohort, which is something to note for that. So as a liberal arts institution, all students complete the Linfield curriculum to provide just a pretty broad education, get to really experience everything that the world has to offer, whether you want to take a few math classes and kind of decide if you want to be a math teacher, or if you want to work in exercise science, if you want to be a trainer, really give students the opportunity to be able to take all the classes they want to take without having to worry about falling behind in their general ed requirements or any of their major classes. About a third curriculum is broken into 2/3. 1/3 is the Linfield curriculum, the other third is a major, and then the final third is for whatever class you would like to take. So it's pretty easy to double major, and it's pretty easy to take a lot of elective courses and still be on track to graduate. For students that are interested in collaborative research, we do offer a lot of collaborative research that people can get involved in as early as their first year. They're not just in the sciences, but here listed are some of the examples of where research is available. And the best way to go finding research opportunities is to communicate with your professors and let them know that is something you're interested in, and they love to have students come and work with them. Pictured here is one of the students that was able to actually work over the summer with one of the chemistry professors. It's just a great opportunity. One of the more fun things at Linfield is the study abroad program. Just about 40% of our students study abroad, which is awesome because we really want our students to really learn what the world has to offer, not just kind of stay, whether they're just in Oregon or wherever they did come from. Linfield offers semester-long programs for students of any academic major. The cost of study abroad is roughly the same of staying on Linfield campus, so you won't really have to change that sticker price of college. We also offer the opportunity to go abroad during our January term. And if you don't know what a January term is, it's our 4-week quarter between the fall and spring semesters. And we'll offer a few different programs that are based out of the departments at Linfield. So you'll travel with the Linfield faculty member in a class, and you will go to a different country. Some of the examples is the biology department was able to go scuba diving and look at the coral reef. So that's just a good example of where students are able to go. And then we do cover your first round trip airfare to help break down some boundaries if traveling abroad is something you're really interested in. A little bit about the campus life. Much of the events and activities that go on outside of class are run through our student government, including our clubs, intramural sports, and outdoor rec program. There are more than 300 leadership opportunities on campus, so definitely get involved, get a chance to see what we have to offer, and especially if you're interested in working in somewhere that requires pretty good leadership roles, we do have a lot of positions for that. And about 15 to 20% of our students participate in fraternity and sorority life. So if that's something you're interested in doing, we have that. They're very philanthropy based, so there's a lot of opportunities for that. But yeah, and then we have a few performing arts groups and cultural clubs as well, like our Hawaii club. Host Luau in the spring, which is a ton of fun. And then for our res life experience, we do have a 3-year live-on requirement. I'm sorry, I completely wasted too much time. We do have athletics. Here are our application deadlines. I will drop my information in the chat for anyone that wants to learn more. Thank you and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much. 6 minutes go by fast. It's okay. It's all right. So next up, we have North Central College.
All right, so good evening, everyone. Happy to finish us up here, talk about North Central College. So my name's Alex. I'm one of the freshman admission counselors at North Central. Actually graduated in 2018, so little over 3 years ago now. Just recently got my MBA, so North Central through and through. So for those of you that aren't familiar, who are we at North Central College? So we are, like many of my other, or all of our other counterparts here, a small private liberal arts school. We're actually located just west of Chicago, so in Naperville, Illinois, for those who are unfamiliar. Pretty large sized city, get into a little bit more later. It's actually ranked the #3 city to live in the US in 2020. But we have been recognized as America's best colleges for your money, America's top colleges, and we are also a change maker campus as well, which is very cool. We do have just under 3,000 students on campus, primarily undergrads. We do have some graduate level programs, but yeah, just about 2,800 or so students, undergrad students on campus. You can see there we do have some lots of states, more than half of the states, and over 40 countries represented, which I think is a pretty cool thing for a school of our size. Big population on campus is our first gen program, which is really awesome. So about 40% of our students that do come to North Central are first gen. We have a award winning Cardinal First program, which is really, really awesome, to make sure that those first generation students feel like they are, being accommodated and have the resources necessary, to be successful in a totally new environment. Cool little tidbit as well, while about 40% of our students are first gen, about 60% of our faculty are first gen. So those first generation students that come in have easy access to, faculty that were, at one point in time in their position as well. So really awesome program there. So at North Central, you've probably heard this cliche, you are a name, not just a number. And while it is a cliche, it is very, very true. Our average class size is about 20 and they do cap at 35. So never be sitting in a big lecture hall or anything crazy, with 400 kids or anything wild like that. Student to faculty ratio is 14:1. 100% of our faculty do have their terminal degree, so it's PhD or equivalents in their field, and we have no teaching assistants as well, so always taught by faculty. So the same person that writes your syllabus will be the ones that grade your tests, your papers, your projects, all that good stuff. We do have 27 intercollegiate sports at North Central. We are Division III. We're located in the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin, the CCIW, and we actually have 40 national team championships. We are a very, very successful athletic school. We actually have more team national championships than the rest of the CCIW combined. Our football team just won the national title in 2019. They are currently #1 in the country, so trying to go back to back, but it certainly doesn't stop there at the football team. So briefly mentioned, we are located in Naperville, Illinois. So for those of you that are unfamiliar, it's a pretty big western suburb of Chicago, about 150,000 people that live here. We are about 2 blocks off downtown, off of basically downtown Naperville. So our campus is really located in a very, very residential area. Tons of restaurants, shops, Riverwalk, really awesome, right, all within 5 or 10 minutes walking distance. We are very close as well to Chicago. So we do have actually a Metric train station just north of campus. That's, again, 5-10 minute walk or so. It actually takes you right downtown to Union Station, Chicago. So that's great. If you want to spend a Saturday and head to the city and explore Chicago, you can do that. But we'll also have students, that get professional development. So internships, volunteering, job shadowing, whatever it might be. Have a huge alumni network in Chicago for, a lot of our students end up there after they graduate. The Chicago land area, the suburban area is a hotbed, for professional developments, but then Chicago itself is a whole nother, beast of opportunity there. So it's kind of nice. You have the kind of the best of both worlds and have access to both. Here are some of the many programs that we do offer. So we do have more than 60 programs. Like I said, here's just kind of a general list. Anything you might be interested in studying, there's a pretty good chance we do have it. And we do have about 10 graduate level programs as well. So when it comes to the admission process, really easy to apply. There are 3 ways. You can do it free on our website, also on the Common App or Coalition for College. No fees or anything associated with our application. So super simple process there. We are fully test optional as well. So if you want to apply test optional, essentially all we will need is your official high school transcripts and the application itself. So really quick process there. We are rolling admission, which is nice. So there's no hard set deadlines or anything that you have to meet. It's usually about a 10-day turnaround once you do get everything in as well. So really quick turnaround there from start to finish through the process. And it's pretty straightforward. We do, review each application individually on kind of a holistic basis. So if you want to submit supplemental materials, writing samples, letters of rec, that type of stuff you can, but it's not necessary to complete the basic application. Here's kind of what we look for on transcripts, basically a college prep curriculum. So you can see some of the specifics there, but we basically just want to see that, at the high school level, you're taking a college prep curriculum. We do recommend that all families do file the FAFSA. That obviously just opened a little while ago, October 1st or October 1st of your senior year. Every student that is accepted to North Central does get a merit-based scholarship. So this year it actually ranges from $20,000 to $27,000, essentially based on your curriculum and GPA there. So on top of the FAFSA, then our financial aid office will use that information to determine other eligibility for need-based aid or grants, loans, additional help to North Central is kind of determined after that. You can very comfortably live on campus for all 4 years as well if you'd like. We do have 9 residence halls on campus, and the majority of our students do live on campus as well. So yeah, if you have any questions, want to schedule a visit or anything, feel free to visit our website. So thank you.
All right, thank you so much. If I could have all of my colleges come back to the screen, please. Welcome back, welcome back. A part of this presentation is definitely getting some information from you to help students kind of navigate this process. So the first question I would love to ask you, and we're going to answer in the same order that we presented, is what advice would you give a student going through this college search process?
That's such a great question. I think just to kick it off, I think to be kind to yourself. The college application process comes in the midst of your busiest year, your senior year. I'd also say the past 2 years have been exceptionally challenging for all of us. So obviously we want you to stay organized. We want you to hit those deadlines and do all of the application, but just be kind to yourself. Make sure that you're practicing balance, making sure that you're giving yourself rest and time to rejuvenate and recharge.
Thank you, Amanda. That was great. Agreed. I think the other thing is make sure you tell your story. So we are excited to learn more about who you are and what you're excited about, what your goals are. So as we're looking to tell you about our institutions, we also want you to tell us about yourself, because we're building a community of learners on each of our campuses as well. And we'd love to know what your hopes and dreams are, and as well as what kind of impact you'll bring to our individual campuses.
My advice would be just to keep an open mind. Don't put all of your eggs in one basket, especially when you're visiting campuses in person. Try to really visualize yourself there and see if you would fit into the community. I think there are so many colleges all over the country, and really you only hear about the big names all the time. So don't close your mind off to some of these like smaller institutions. You can really find a great education at one of these schools.
Keeping on the same line of keeping your mind open, keep your mind open to different geographic locations. Now's a great time to apply to a school in a different state, or if you're coming from an urban area, to see if there's something in the rural or suburban area that you might find home. So keep an open mind to geography as well.
Definitely don't be afraid to ask questions. Call your admissions counselor, get to know us. We get a lot of voicemails, and unfortunately, a lot of those voicemails are not set up. So give us a call back, and we want to hear your voices. There's never anything wrong with calling too much. Honestly, I'm sure we'd probably appreciate that. Some of those days do go quiet, but definitely ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions, and then make sure it's right for you. Just because someone wants you to go there, they're not going to college, you're going to college. So make sure it's right for you.
All right. Yeah, my advice would be, I think it's something, especially over the last year and a half, that people have really struggled with. I think getting to as many campuses as you can, or at least anywhere you're seriously considering, make sure to get to campus. You can learn a lot online, take virtual tours, presentations like this type of stuff. But to really, understand if it's going to be a good fit and right feel for you, getting to campus is really crucial. So I would say for anywhere you are seriously considering, make it a priority to get onto campus and just kind of see where, you think you'll envision yourself as the most successful, and the place that kind of feels best for you.
You're muted.
I know. Thank you so much for being here today. And thank you for your insight that you're having this evening. When you get done with this session, there will be a 5-question survey that pops up on the screen. Make sure you give us your feedback. We'd love to hear about what you're thinking. There's also going to be more sessions happening tomorrow night. So make sure you're signing up for those for tomorrow. This session has been recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/NACU. Have a good night. Bye.